Rubin of the Rubin Report has basically started this trend, or maybe hopped on it. He doesn't really start many trends other than jumping on the Koch brothers trends, but I guess that's not really starting trends. But he has started jumped on the trend of, calling himself a liberal, but really he's not. It's kind of like the Sargon method, except Sargon is more open about being a right-winger. Anyways, so Dave Rubin, he has, his little, I think his Twitter picture's banner is the last liberal, trying to act like he's a liberal, but really he is not, and that is the truth. We all know it, of course, because of his policy positions. He claims to support single payer, but really he supports Obamacare. He just doesn't understand what single payer is. So basically, what you have now is Dave Rubin talking here. You're going to be seeing a clip. He is talking to Ben Shapiro, another idiot, and he is going to admit that he is indeed a conservative or libertarian. You cannot be a conservative and a libertarian or a liberal at the same. That is a direct contradiction. So check it out here.
So as I told you before we started, and I hinted at here, so I came from the progressive world. I now view being progressive basically as a mental disorder or something. But I consider myself classic liberal, which really is conservative in a lot of respects.
It's libertarian, essentially.
Yeah, it's technically defined as conservative or libertarian. So I'm somewhere in there. Classic liberal, which really is conservative in a lot of respects.
It's libertarian, essentially.
Yeah, it's technically defined as conservative or libertarian. So I'm somewhere in there. Classic liberal, which really is conservative in a lot of respects.
It's libertarian, essentially.
Yeah, it's technically defined as conservative or libertarian. So I'm somewhere in there. Classic liberal, which really is conservative in a lot of respects.
It's libertarian, essentially.
Yeah, it's technically defined as conservative or libertarian. So I'm somewhere in there.
What you guys just saw is clearly he admitted himself that he is indeed a conservative or libertarian. And what that means is, if you are a conservative, you are not a liberal. I don't know what other terms to put it in. It's so obvious, so straightforward. It's so simple. You either are conservative or liberal. You ask a liberal, you go, hey, are you conservative in certain respects? They go, no. It doesn't make sense. How can you be a liberal and a conservative at the same time? It's a direct walking contradiction. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're going to say, oh, well, there's certain aspects where he is he's conservative, but he's mainly liberal. That's just straight out false. I mean, we know that a vast majority of his positions are conservative positions. Whether it comes to taxes, he has the formerly right-wing written Obamacare supporting plan. And to be honest, when it comes to his policy positions, I don't really even know much about him because he doesn't really talk about them that much. But anyways, Dave Rubin admits that he is a conservative.